Hi guys, it is Friday, as we say. It's 7th of February. Thank God it's February 2025. So I got a brilliant question yesterday about hair growth. So somebody said that they went on keto diet or weight loss keto, and now I don't know what type. I don't know if it's like my one, and they lost their hair. So I supplement with collagen. Now, what I will say is I supplement with collagen with about 8 months, maybe 12 months now. Must be 12 months. The collagen I started taking because I had no idea about collagen. I really had no idea. So important to take collagen over the age of 20, 21. Your body stops producing collagen and reduces as it's going down. So it stops producing it to a certain degree, kind of 1% every year, and it increases, and we stop being able to grow good hair, nails, whatever, connective tissue. So I was having a problem with my back now and again, but it was mainly if I didn't bend my knees. But the odd time I would not bend my knees maybe and get up, and it would be so it was obviously a disc. Now I remember when I was a kid, my mother would have a slipped disc. I was probably like a teenager. My mother would have a slipped disc, and sometimes she would have to go off to this thing called traction. So I don't know if they do it anymore. So she would basically, I never even knew what it was. All we heard was the word traction. But later on, I discovered that it was basically she was being stretched out on some kind of device. It probably sounds like some 18th century torture, but anyway. So this obviously alleviated the pain. She must have been in awful pain, because if this is what was happening to me, so this happened to me once or twice, and I was like, oh my God, there has to be some solution. And at the same time, I had already gotten into the ketogenic diet, and I was working out what things were missing from my diet that I didn't know before. They were missing before, but I didn't know because it was so covered up by the inflammation being the problem and the fat. So, and I'm not against carbs at all. I've just come out of 6 weeks of eating a lot of carbs and alcohol and whatever over Christmas. I believe I'm not like some of the very strict keto carnivore people. I do believe that every so often, go out into the orchard and eat the apples. Go into your fridge and eat whatever the hell you want. Eat a lot of ice cream, whatever. So I believe that you should do something. Of course, yeah, you pile on the pounds as I have done. But I'm very healthy on the inside. I keep a track of my blood results. I'll get onto that in another video. So I eventually was doing loads and loads of research. I was already on keto maybe about a year at this stage. And I discovered this thing, collagen, and I was digging and digging. And I tend to dig a lot before I go dive in. I don't tend to dive in, which is a bad trait sometimes, but not always. Okay, so I had known about it for months, and then eventually I bought my first box of collagen tablets, and I bought Joint Ace collagen and glucosamine. There's actually not a lot of collagen in it, but I started taking it. It's very expensive. This is probably what put me off buying that supplement, is that it was so expensive. And I didn't know if it was going to work, so I looked up about I had done all my research. So it looked like it was probably going to work. And it also looked like it was going to take a few months. So I started on the collagen, and I noticed the difference after 2 weeks. So this constant tiny little weakness that I felt like, I don't know, they have all these names for your different spinal bones, C6, whatever. I think that's up in your neck. So this could be C20 something, I don't know. But it's down right there in the curve of my back. See all the fat I put on at Christmas? So it's in that curve right down there, just above my buttocks. And funny, I used to get this, I wouldn't call it sciatica, but this extreme pain occasionally. I didn't think it was in my back, in my buttocks, upper buttocks sometimes. That was really annoying when I was walking and stuff like that. So it turns out that it appears that was all the same thing. All of that's gone. So I went on this collagen. It's called Joint Ace glucosamine. It was 26 euros a box. Now it's 28. I buy it in Boots 3 for 2. So I get it for around 50 quid. It's now 54, 55, whatever, 56. And I get it in Boots 3 for 2. And I was taking for maybe 2 weeks. I noticed something I couldn't. I was getting a very slight pain in my left hip. gone. So that's where I noticed it first. So then as time went on, I never got that thing again in my back. And I felt those little pains, it's like a little nerve pains, you know, when you know what nerve pain is, in my upper buttocks. They're probably called glutes, or they'll probably have some name. I know what it is, but I can't think. So that was there, and this now is gone. So I am now totally convinced about these collagens. So they're brilliant, right? So I had a couple of people that I was helping, and I also put them on this collagen. Of course, it's very hard to swallow that. It's so expensive. So I kind of cut other things out, like good food or on the breadline. So you kind of have to balance out, is it important enough for you to buy it? So I got these people to purchase it. Now, of course, it's hard to convince people because it takes a little bit of time to work. But a few of them said they had maybe a pain in their hip. Gone. The grinding feeling, the pain, the nerve pain, gone. So that was brilliant. So as I was investigating, I discovered there's other types of collagen. And one day I accidentally got marine collagen instead of type 2 and 3, 1, which is the bovine collagen or the chicken egg shell collagen, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't really realize there was a difference. So I took the marine collagen. I had a bad reaction to the liquid one. I don't know why. So I couldn't take that. For some reason, I felt very sick. So I got the powder one just to see. Hair growth, skin, brilliant. Different, it did a different thing. So then I started researching, and it said about this first collagen I was taking is for joints and your connective tissue and stuff. But the marine collagen tends to help with hair. So I have taken marine collagen twice, and I noticed good hair growth. So the bovine collagen I'm taking, it does have a little impact, but only after it deals with the connective tissue, from what I feel and from what I've observed in other people. So my hair growth has improved from before keto. So obviously my diet was terrible before. And even though I was operating away fine, I never really felt well. So now I feel well. So now I'm at a stage, I'm almost 2 years into keto, and I'm starting to experiment. So at the moment, I'm only taking bovine and chicken shell collagen, which is good for the joints. And I did an experiment. I'm great for doing experiments on myself. I did an experiment, and I gave up collagen for 2 weeks, and I got that thing on my back where I just went, argh! And the pain is so bad. Like, I actually feel really bad for my mother now, because there was no information about this stuff. You know, it was just lie on the bed there, and we get 2 straps and pull you that way and pull you the other way and hope that it alleviates. And of course they discovered, oh yes, in my research then, they discovered in 2005, I followed this great chiropractor. I wish I knew his name, but I'll on TikTok. But they discovered that you can rebuild your collagen, not all of it, but certain collagen. In 2005, they discovered you can rebuild it. So you don't need to suffer with disc pain. And I would say if you're over 20, 21, get a collagen tablet. You don't need to take, lots of people take the powdered collagen. Like, I haven't done enough research. I don't take big swaths of collagen. A lot of people are taking it for protein as an amino acid for their muscle growth. I don't know anything about that really. All I'm doing is doing it for joints. And now, it's only now that I'm coming around to feeling like I'm going to purchase some collagen, marine collagen, to see will it help with hair growth and nails. But my hair has improved. Like, my hair breaks out. I have always had very fine hair. So I have a lot of hair, but it's very fine. So the strands are very fine, but they're even finer because it's bleached. I mean, I know that you don't know that, but I know that you don't think that I'm a natural blonde, but unfortunately I have to reveal my secret. So it gets very broken at the ends, and I don't use products on it. So I've been told loads of times, you can use this, you can use that. And it's true, I do need to. But one step I don't adapt really quickly. I tend to be a bit cautious, which is not, like I said, it's not always the best trait. Like, I really admire these people that always say they're broke and they're buying loads of products for their hair and stuff. And I'm like, I couldn't be broke and do that. So, you know, it just defies, whereas I would have to buy the necessities and only buy the hair stuff when I was really comfortable with it. Even now, it's taken me this long to buy the marine collagen. It's so expensive. So I'm now going to do an experiment based on that comment, which was brilliant. I'm going to do an experiment and go on marine collagen for the next 2 months. I have sourced an Irish one, Key Collagen. I haven't tried it, but I'm going to try it. Well, it's maybe the stuff inside the pack is not Irish, but I think I'm going to try that one. Now, the last liquid collagen I got didn't suit me, so I'm a little bit iffy about liquid collagen. I tried a powder collagen made by Essential Proteins or whatever. You know, they're that really popular brand, and that was fine. So I might just go for the powder one. You put it in water. It's a bit icky. It's a bit like drinking like wallpaper paste, like runny wallpaper paste. Or something. Not that I drank wallpaper paste. Maybe when I was a kid. But yeah, so it looks a bit like that and you just drink it back. So yeah, so I am going to do that to try to see if that will improve. Now, I had short hair as a kid and I always said I'm never going to cut. I mean, even my hairdresser always gives out to me that I do not want to cut my hair. Never. I do not want to cut my hair. It's my only like really big, like crazy moment where when she gets out the scissors and she goes, I'll just even up the two sides. And I'm like, she can see in my face. It's kind of trauma. Nothing against my mother, but she was a little bit too fond of the scissors. So my mother used to come around, and you know, back in those days, she had the big scissors. It's like that big. So it was like a sheep shearer. So I had very short hair. So I absolutely hated having short hair. I never had long hair as a kid, so I swore that when I was an adult, I would have long hair forever. Of course, I would love it to be longer, but when you do bleach your hair, it does break off more easily, especially my kind of fine hair. Like, I think the hairdresser would like me to convert to having thick mop. Like, a lot of people I know have lovely thick mops. But my hair was always really, really fine, really, really fine. A couple of my sisters have really thick hair, all right. But anyway, so that's the story. I'm going to go on collagen for a while. The weight loss, I am actually down, yay, just by a pound. The first week back on keto after Christmas, I lost 4 pounds. So I was 184, and I went to 180. It has taken me a week and a half to get to 179. Now, I blamed the collagen supplements, but somebody in the comments in a different video said that it was probably the hyperketosis, which actually added up because I didn't feel great that week, didn't sleep well, and I was kind of over fasting. I'd done a 36-hour fast, and that is counterproductive. When you're not sleeping, you're not really getting, you have a lot of water retention. So I'm down a pound. Funnily, even in that time, now I increased my walking, so there could have been some muscle improvement, which meant the weight goes up. So these are the frustrations of dieting for weight loss. But in that time, in the 2 weeks, I felt much better. My stomach seemed to get a bit flatter, even though I wasn't losing weight on the scales. So just try and keep going, believe that you're going to get there. I believe in taking supplements as well, not just because of keto, but because I should have been taking them years ago. But of course, when you're eating all around you, any kind of carbs or whatever, you don't think you need any supplements. I didn't realize how unhealthy I was. But my blood work shows that I'm very, very healthy. And I want to go back to, I put on a good bit of weight over Christmas and over a lot of eating carbohydrates and stuff. And now I want to undo that before April, where I have a wedding to go to, and hopefully I will squeeze into some kind of dress. But other than that, I feel way better than I would have at 180. I was 213 before keto. So I do feel way better. I'm doing more exercise. It's all good. But definitely it's great to get some comments, because then I can experiment with something that I've already been thinking about, but I just needed a little push. So thank you for that. So I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Have a lovely day. And I will talk to you later on today or tomorrow. Bye.